Aloha! Today we will be focusing on Kauaʻi, the oldest rocky island in the chain of Hawaii, sitting at 5 million years old. This island is also known by 3 other names: the Garden Island, or its older names, Kamawailualani and Mano Kalanipo. This here is a geological map depicting Kauaʻi. In this video, we'll be focusing on a place in the moku of Kona, the largest moku on Kauaʻi, sitting at the most western part of the island. This dry aina or land is called Waimea. Heading west, driving into small Waimea town, you'll be met by the Waimea River along with its beach, the most unique beach on the island of Kauaʻi. Both are important for what makes Waimea so distinctive. But what makes Waimea so unique? What makes Waimea so unique is that it is the only beach on Kauaʻi with black sand. Waimea's black sand beach stretches from Heiau Pa'ulaula, most commonly known as Russian Fort, to Kikiaola Boat Harbor in Kekaha. So how did Waimea get its distinctive color? Waimea black sand is created through a process called weathering. To understand this process, we will trace Waimea sand to its origin. Waimea Canyon. Waimea Canyon is one of the 7 wonders of Hawaii. It stretches at 10 miles long, a mile wide, and 3,600 feet deep, with a different climate at the top from the bottom. Waimea Canyon is also where the black sand of Waimea originates from, comprised of igneous rock. According to Ralph Moberly, Doak Cox, Theodore Chamberlain, Floyd McCoy, and J.F. Campbell, Waimea Canyon is made up of igneous rock that formed when Kauai's caldera was filled with lava from Kauai's shielded volcano. The composition of the igneous rocks found in Waimea Canyon is basalt. Basalt is rich in iron and magnesium and low in silica, which gives the igneous rocks its darker color. Weathering and sediment. Through the process of weathering, the hard basalt rocks found in Waimea Canyon turn into sediment, also known as Waimea's black sand. Here's a picture explaining the process of weathering and how it creates sediment. First, we start with lava rock. Through the process of weathering, it causes fragments in the lava rock. Eventually, fragments break off and rest as layers of loose, unconsolidated materials called sediment. Kauaʻi has the highest amount of rainfall in the Hawaiian Islands. For this reason, Kauaʻi has the highest rate of weathering in its volcanic rocks. Applying this process to Waimea, all these steps can be observed simply from taking a little trip from the uplands to the ocean. Starting at Waimea Canyon, we can observe the fragments created in the igneous rock by weathering. Walking further along the river, we find broken fragments of igneous rock. These rocks eventually break into small pebble-like pieces. These small pebble-like rocks fall into the Waimea River, where they are carried out to the ocean. While this is being done, they start breaking down even more. These pebbles eventually make their way to the beach. By then, they have turned into a coarse textured sand. Sediment can also be reformed into sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rocks are created through a process called compaction and cementation. Here is a picture that explains the process of compaction and cementation. The process of compaction and cementation starts with weathering, which we have learned about in a previous slide. From weathering, rocks turn into sediment. Then, through cementation, water getting into the sediment and compaction layers of pressure over years, the material becomes lithified and turns into sedimentary rock. The extensive deposit of colluvium and alluvium can create cemented sand dunes and beach rocks, and sediment can form coastal plains. Now that we have learned about the geology of Waimea, what makes the ahupua'a of Waimea so culturally significant? Waimea is culturally significant in many ways. First, it is home to significant cultural locations that hold a multitude of Kauaʻi stories. Examples of these locations are Kikiaola, Menehune Ditch, created by Chief Ola. Chief Ola was half Menehune and half Ali'i. Another location is Pauʻulaʻula, known as Russian Fort. Second, the Waimea River feeds taro farms in Makaweli and Waimea Valley that supply a variety of taro-based products to the Westside community. Examples of these products are kalo, poi, and kulolo. Here's a picture showing a lo'i with lush green kalo plants. Third, the Waimea River and Ocean is used to carry on traditional practices such as fishing, paddling, and surfing. So what is the outlook on the future of Waimea? According to the Westside Community Plan, there's plans to establish a bicycle path through Waimea Town and the beach, along with creating a small accommodation center. Mahalo for listening to this video.